Have you ever wondered why Jewish people are generally so financially stable? According to a recent Pew Research study, Jewish households report higher incomes than other ethnicities in America. In fact, 23% of Jews earn $200,000 or more, compared to only 4% of U.S. adults overall. That's nearly 1 in 4. But here's the thing: this financial success isn't a myth, coincidence, or luck. It's rooted in strict financial principles that have been passed down through Jewish generations for thousands of years. These principles are embedded in their holy texts and have stood the test of time. They apply to all aspects of life: business, social interactions, money management, and building wealth. In this video, I'll reveal these timeless secrets and show you how you can apply them to your own life using a simple, practical blueprint. If you want to completely transform your financial situation, you can't afford to miss this. There's a common misconception that Jews embrace righteousness and are comfortable with poverty because money is considered materialistic. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Poverty is not associated with holiness in Jewish tradition. It's seen as a condition to avoid, almost like a disease. Rabbis have never praised poverty. In fact, they describe it as pointless suffering. It's neither admired nor seen as virtuous in the Tanakh, the Jewish holy book. Because poverty is something Jewish people actively avoid, they are taught from a young age to earn a decent living, whether through employment or running a business. Did you know that, according to Jewish law, every person is responsible for becoming self-reliant and not a burden to others? Even when the wealthy give through philanthropy, the recipients are still expected to work and provide for themselves. While many Americans and Europeans struggle with credit card debt, student loans, auto loans, and mortgage problems, Jewish communities, despite being scattered across the globe, continue to thrive in both business and personal finance. But how do they do it? One damaging myth is that Jews control the financial sector and global economy, a belief that fueled some of the worst anti-Semitic rhetoric, even cited by Hitler as a justification for atrocities. There's also a false stereotype that Jewish people are cheap or greedy. In reality, many Jews, especially the devout ones, look to the Torah for financial guidance. The Torah teaches values like kindness, benevolence, and love for the community, and these teachings begin early in childhood. Proverbs 22:7 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." This isn't just about occasional lessons, it's about consistent practice and application. Jewish children are taught to be independent thinkers and to make sound financial decisions from a young age. Take Hanukkah, for example. Jewish families often use this holiday to teach children about money. They give money as gifts and use this opportunity to discuss its purpose and importance. Children learn to divide their money into 3 parts: one for charity, one for spending on needs, and one for saving. This practice instills lifelong habits of financial responsibility. They even have a system of 5 jars, each labeled for a specific purpose: tithing, investing, saving, charity, and spending. Imagine this as a more purposeful version of the piggy bank you might have at home. Let's use a practical example with just $10. When a child receives $10, they first set aside 10%, or $1, for the tithe jar, following the biblical instruction to give back to God. This teaches them not to be greedy. Next, they place another 10%, or $1, into the charity jar. Jewish tradition emphasizes giving to others, and this teaches children the importance of community. Interestingly, the more generous someone is, the more trust and support they receive from the community, a principle that's critical for business success. Next, Jewish children are taught to put 20% of their money into the investment jar. This jar is strictly for investments that will grow their money. Yes, even $2 can be invested. For example, they might use it to start a small lemonade stand. The key here is that children are given full autonomy over their investments, even if they make mistakes. This helps them learn from failure and build decision-making skills. By the time they are older, earning and managing money becomes second nature. The 4th jar is for saving. Jewish children set aside 10% of their money for emergencies, teaching them to prepare for the unexpected. The final jar holds the remaining 50%, which they can spend however they like. But that's just one part of the financial education. Jewish culture encourages living within one's means and adjusting lifestyle to fit income, rather than spending carelessly. They focus on meaningful investments supporting their community, family, and personal development through education and skill building. So ask yourself, how do you treat your money? Do you use it wisely or waste it? Do you invest in things that create more value, or is it just for appearances? You might think Jewish financial practices seem overly frugal, but the truth is they understand that money is not eternal. It is subject to risks and changes, and they manage it accordingly. There's even a saying in the Talmud: efforts to earn and save money reflect wisdom and discipline. Great wealth requires hard work, but it also requires eliminating loopholes that could drain your finances. Essentially, if you want to be rich, you need to master two key things: work hard to make money and work hard to save it. When you think about it, it's absolutely true. Unlock wealth in 90 days with the wisdom of a 7,000-year-old wizard. The Wealth Wizard's Secrets to be Rich. Achieving wealth in 90 days helps you overcome limiting beliefs, reprogram your mind, and set clear goals. This transformative guide, packed with motivational stories and practical exercises, is your path to prosperity. Get it now for the promotional price, available only today. Click on the pinned comment link and start your journey to wealth now. To accumulate wealth, you must focus on increasing your income while also doing everything possible to retain and grow that money. Spending less than you earn is just as crucial as earning more. Here are some important questions to ask yourself. Do you know exactly how much you spend each month? If so, do you have effective strategies in place for saving and investing? What about your lifestyle? Are you frugal or leaning towards being a spendthrift? Your social circle also plays a significant role in your financial well-being. Many people don't realize this, but in Jewish communities, socializing and building strong bonds is vital for both personal success and happiness. Remember the second jar for charity? The community rallies around those with business ventures, offering support and resources. This network is powerful. In many average communities, people tend to act as islands, keeping to themselves and rarely going out of their way to help neighbors or support local businesses. But in Jewish communities, it's a completely different story. They understand that strong social connections provide not only friendship and support, but also vital information and opportunities. They work hard to build and maintain a network that fosters development and growth. They watch over one another, assist each other, and make sure that money continues to circulate within the group. You may have heard the saying, if you want to get rich, learn from the rich. This concept comes from the Talmud, which teaches that to build wealth, you need to learn from those who are already rich or on their way to wealth. You can't just wake up one day and expect your dreams to magically come true. You need to study the successful, understand their experience, methods, strategies, and knowledge. This concept becomes even more powerful when you have a mentor. By being physically mentored by someone successful, you not only gain their insights but also their trust, recommendations, and network, which can open many doors for you much faster than going it alone. It's incredible how much wisdom the Talmud contains regarding making, managing, and growing money, and how these teachings have helped Jewish communities build wealth for generations. The great thing is that these principles aren't exclusive to Jews. They apply to anyone who wants to create lasting wealth. There's another key lesson about work itself. Have you ever wondered how much effort it will take to reach the next level in your career? Many people mistakenly believe that working harder, putting in more hours, and pushing themselves to exhaustion is the best way to achieve financial freedom. I used to think that way too. But the truth is, constantly chasing more hours and sacrificing your life for work is a never-ending cycle. Working more doesn't necessarily lead to greater financial success, it just leaves you burned out. Let's say you own a shop and make hundreds of dollars in profit. Will that profit increase if you simply work more hours? Will it generate enough revenue to expand your business or open new branches? The truth is, probably not. So why exhaust yourself by working more? Instead, you need to go back to the drawing board, learn from those who have already succeeded, and apply the right strategies to grow your business. Remember, working smart always beats working hard. Speaking of business, when it comes to transactions, traditional Jewish business people are known for their honesty and integrity. They treat others with respect, and this is something I've personally experienced many times. I've lost count of how often I've received incredible deals and first-class customer service from Jewish business owners. Initially, I thought it was just good luck after all. There are good people in every industry. But after noticing a consistent pattern, I decided to dig deeper, and I'm so glad I did. The Torah emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with people who uphold strong moral values and avoid taking advantage of others. This integrity not only benefits their business but also keeps customers coming back. Time and time again, I find myself returning to businesses that are rooted in honesty rather than those driven purely by profit. Now, you might be thinking, am I too late to start? I didn't grow up learning these principles. The truth is, it's never too late. Take me, for example. I wasn't raised with these financial secrets. I discovered them later in life, researched more, and began applying them. Since then, they've been a true blessing. Regardless of your age, you can start today. Even with the holidays approaching, take a small step, no matter how little, and begin somewhere. The beauty of financial wisdom is that it doesn't rely on your past. It's all about the choices you make starting today. Whether you're 18 or 80, the moment you begin making deliberate, informed decisions about your money, your life will start to change. It's not about making drastic shifts overnight. It's about consistently applying small, meaningful steps. Like the Jewish principles we've discussed, it's about cultivating habits that will grow over time, leading to financial security and abundance. Remember, wealth building isn't a race, it's a marathon. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle at once. Start by managing what you already have. Look at where your money is going. Make conscious decisions to save, invest, and give. It's not just about increasing income, it's about creating a system that allows your money to grow steadily, no matter how modest your beginning may be. The key is persistence and patience, trusting that these principles will guide you to a brighter financial future. So as you embark on this journey, remind yourself that wealth creation is within your reach. Surround yourself with the right people, continue learning, and stay committed to your goals. Just like those who have successfully applied these ancient principles, you too can rewrite your financial story. Keep pushing forward, and soon you'll see the transformation unfold in ways you never imagined. It might sound crazy at first, but soon enough you'll see incredible results. And don't forget to pass these principles on to your children, especially if they're still young. This could be one of the best investments you'll ever make in their future. By teaching your children these financial principles early on, you're giving them an advantage that many people only discover much later in life. You're providing them with the tools to be self-reliant, to think critically about their money, and to make choices that will set them up for long-term success. Imagine the impact of starting these habits at a young age. By the time they reach adulthood, they'll already have the foundation to manage and grow their wealth wisely. More than just financial skills, you're also cultivating a mindset of generosity, responsibility, and balance. When they learn to tithe, save, invest, and spend within their means, they'll understand that money isn't just about accumulation, it's about creating value for themselves and their community. These lessons go beyond dollars and cents. They shape character, teaching your children to be thoughtful stewards of their resources and to give back where they can. What you're doing is setting up a generational legacy. When your children inherit these principles, they're not only inheriting a financial blueprint, but also a way of life that prioritizes wisdom, integrity, and foresight. This creates a ripple effect. What you pass on to them, they will one day pass on to their own children, ensuring that these values and practices continue to shape a prosperous future for generations to come. Of course, you can choose to ignore these timeless secrets and keep living your routine. But remember, it's no coincidence that Jewish people have thrived in their financial success for generations. If you learned something from this video, leave a comment below that says, "I am a millionaire," and watch the doors of abundance open in your life. I love you, my apprentice. See you in the next video.